Here we go now. This could lead to something. Brooks finds Helder Costa. Big chance at the death. Helder brings it inside, goes for goal. He's actually scored. Let's go at the death. So I'm going to go to Ben White. Of all the players, Ben White might actually pull it off. He's done it. Ben White, our centre-back, has just scored against Leicester City. So here we are back again with another episode of the Leeds United Career Mode series, and this is episode number 7. And it really is a big one today because we could be making massive progress towards improving our team in this one, as by the end of this episode we should be in the January transfer window. And I have got some ideas which I want to try and execute, so very excited for this upcoming January transfer window. Of course, finishing in the top half of the table is still our goal for the season, and we've got to make more progress towards that as we do have some really tricky fixtures in this episode. We do have some interesting Premier League fixtures in this one, Spurs and Wolves, but of course, the majority of the focus of this episode is going to be on transfers because the window is coming. So with that, if you guys are enjoying the Leeds Career Mode, drop a like in the video, subscribe if you're new around here. We're pushing for 200,000 subscribers and we're getting really close, so do subscribe to help me out, and well, let's get this underway. Press conference time, and if you guys want to get your questions featured in the video, drop them down in the comments section below. First one of the day: how are you planning to generate more funds for the upcoming transfer window? That is a very valid question. All the hype around the window, but we really don't have cash at the moment to make any signings, just about 500,000 in our transfer budget. So the plan basically is we're gonna have to offload some players, maybe Patrick Bamford, maybe Forshaw. That is what I'm thinking at the moment. Selling those players is gonna give us an additional 3 million maybe, or even more with the wage budget. Selling those players is gonna give us the extra cash. Now we really can't be making proper signings for this season because we don't have the funds to do that, but pre-contract signings, that is where I'm looking to invest most of my money. So that is my plan, pre-contracts and selling some of our first team players now to generate some extra funds. That's the plan. Ooh, now this is a very interesting comment. Sign Cavani on a pre-contract as he's heavily linked to Leeds United, and with his experience he can do wonders. Play a 2-striker formation, and remember, Augustine is on loan. That's true, Jean-Kevin Augustine is a loanee, and having someone like Cavani to lead the line, yes, he's going to continue to go down in his overall, but he will be way higher rated than anyone else in the team. This transfer might just do us wonders, plus the experience of a striker that's played at the very top in the Serie A, for Napoli, for PSG in the French League, and in the Champions League as well. You just can't go wrong with that, but the question is he going to be cheap? Is he going to be expensive? We don't know, and that's what's going to be tricky. So maybe selling Bamford now and securing Cavani for next season could be the play, and we might work towards that in today's episode. But signing Edinson Cavani is definitely a part of the plan. Next up, sign Saka on a permanent deal because he's very effective on that left side. That is something I can't disagree with. On that left hand side, I'm enjoying using Bukayo Saka. The pace and how direct he is, it's crazy. He's not the best of goal scorers, that's true. Shooting isn't all that good. So eventually, if we do end up signing him, I'd love to, move him to left back. I think that's where he'll be just unbelievable with that pace and, defending and all. But ultimately, it all depends on how much he's going to cost us next season. I think it's going to be a really impossible transfer to pull off. I mean, look at this. He's valued at 25 million. Are we really going to spend about 25-30 million on Bukayo Saka? It's going to be difficult, but we're going to have to see how much money we've got next season and then decide. But if I had unlimited funds, I would definitely try and sign Saka for next season. For now, though, let's enjoy him for the time we've got with him. Hopefully, he'll give us a good next 6 or 7 months in our season 1. With that press conference done, let's move on. You don't normally associate your centre-back scoring a fantastic finish inside the box like a goal poacher, and well, that's what Ben White did. A beautiful finish with that left foot of his, which is by the way his weak foot. I don't know how he pulled that off, but he scored a crucial goal for us in that last episode, and that's why he walks away with the Player of the Episode award. So I have put Patrick Bamford on the transfer list, and as soon as offers come in, we're going to accept them because we need the funds. He's valued at about 4 million. If we can get anywhere near that money, that could be enough for maybe 1 or even 2 pre-contract signings, so selling him is vital. Here's a quick look at our season objectives. Hopefully some more progress in this episode. We're actually doing pretty well with the Premier League quality objective, as Brooks, Foyth and Phillips do look like they can hit the 80 overall mark. Let's hope we can also stay in the top half of the Premier League table. More goals and assists from Brooks would be nice. Obviously, we're going to have to wait until we can sell Bamford and move in for pre-contract signings because the window isn't open yet. So for now, we focus on the Premier League as it's 9th place Wolves up against 10th place Leeds United. A win here would take us to 9th above Wolves, so I definitely want to try and win this. But you guys know Wolves are one of my bogey teams in career mode. They always seem to get the better of me. And with Leeds United, Wolves are probably the favourites for this one. So it's going to be an interesting fixture regardless. Completely forgot about this, but last episode we had an offer come in for Pablo Hernandez. And I asked you guys whether we should even consider it. And it was a resounding no from you guys. I know he's old, but I mean, let's be real. With that 2.5 million, what even are we going to do? He's a part of the first team. He's an important player for us this season. It just makes no sense selling him, so we're going to reject the offer from Augsburg. Not going to lie, it is such a relief to have Jean-Kevin Augustin back at full fitness, ready to go, because let's be real, we missed him so much, and in his absence, we were really struggling to find the back of the net, and I'm hoping in this episode he can get back to scoring. Apart from that, pretty much our strongest 11. I'm also benching Liam Cooper for this one because I want to give Foyt and Ben White a go in this game. Let's see how that works. Eiling will be our right back. Let's get into it. As expected, Wolves are using their 3 at the back formation with, of course, wing backs, which is so freaking annoying to play against as it's so effective defensively. And going forwards, it is unreal with their wing backs just pushing forward. This is not going to be an enjoyable game for us by the looks of it. Oh, here's Augustine on the turn, does brilliantly there, and I see David Brooks making a good run. I'm going to release it to him. He takes a nice first touch. Here's Brooks, could cross it in. It's a brilliant delivery. Pablo, no! Wolves get it away somehow, but the cross was perfect from Brooks, but Pablo couldn't get into position in time. But again, good movement from everyone involved, basically. I think Augustine was superb in that play. Brooks as well. Not bad at all. Jota. Good defending right there from Eiling as he does so well there. But gives it away cheaply. Come on, Eiling. You've got to be doing better. Now that's a chance for Moutinho. Looks out wide for Jota. We know how good Jota is. Casilla with a big save right there. And we get the ball away. That was a goal that would have been our fault. And I'm glad we managed to avoid conceding from that. I would be furious. But on the other side of the pitch, we might have had a chance. But nope, we don't. Jota again. He's been a menace down this side. But Ben White, just so cool and calculated there. Wins the challenge without any sort of problem. You'll love to see it. And now on the other end of the spectrum, we might have something to do. Now, Dendoncker just completely shuts Brooks out. Gonna be honest, I think we need some pace in the attack. So I'm moving Brooks into midfield and we'll bring on Helder Costa. This has been a super effective tactic for us previously, so let's hope it works again. Half-time and Wolves are looking like, a shaky team. We can get at them with a bit of pace. Let's hope this works. Oh, problems here, Moutinho. Now it's Adama Traore. This is not something I like. Ben White once again defends that brilliantly, but the chance is still with Wolves. Ruben Neves with space to do something here. Foyt does incredibly well and we get the ball away. No, we don't. They've still got a chance here. Why are we giving the ball away cheaply to them? It's Vinagre now down the wings. We've got to defend this. No cross should be coming in from there. It's actually a brilliant cross. Not really because it goes outside. But chaotic defending. I'm glad we didn't concede from that. Calvin Phillips now could look for an incisive pass inside. Brooks looks for Augustine. Nah, Wolves get it away. That was the penetration we needed. But I couldn't pull it off. We might still have a chance though. Here's Phillips. Looks now for Pablo Hernandez, who does something cheeky. Still Pablo. Brilliant stuff. Oh, Augustine might get a gift here. Brooks on the rebound. Has to score. Let's go. A comedy of headers from Wolves as David Brooks benefits from it. Pablo was superb in that attack, and I don't know how Augustine didn't score from there. He's yet to score since recovering from his injury, but ultimately the loose ball finds Brooks' path, and well, he just had to put that one on target, and it was a guaranteed goal. Take a look at that again. I mean, the Wolves defending here was just utterly shocking. But I'll take it though. I'll absolutely take it. David Brooks scores. We make it 1-0. Here's Brooks once again challenging in midfield and winning the ball back. We might have to really consider in future seasons about Brooks' position because he always plays so well whenever played in midfield rather than on the wings. I think it's because of the lack of pace. And in midfield, he's got more space to, control the game. And he really enjoys doing that. So that might be something to consider next season. For now, though, Eiling might be able to create something for us. Still Eiling here. I'm going backwards for Calvin Phillips. Pass inside for Pablo. He loses that one out. Not really. Still keeps hold of the ball. Still Pablo Hernandez. Another fake shot. Finally he does eventually lose out. Oh, Pablo does incredibly well there. Looks for Jean-Kevin Augustine, and here he goes. Could be his first goal since his injury. Still Augustine finds space, goes for goal. This guy is unbelievable. the quality to pull that off and the technique involved, just unbelievable, man. Jean-Kevin Augustin hits double-digit figures in the Premier League with a team like Leeds. This, what we're seeing right now, is just crazy good from a top striker. What even is that for a finish? To do that, oh my god, what a player we've got here. We gotta sign him next season, man. Regardless of whether we sign Cavani or not, Jean-Kevin Augustin could be the future of this club, because this guy has got something special. Unbelievable goal right there, as Leeds have made it 2-0 in the 84th minute. Wolves do have a corner in the final moments of this game. We don't want them to even get a consolation goal, so get the ball away. Nah, Alioski does get it away. And that is it. That's full time. Wolves almost got a goal back, but thankfully we got it away. Clean sheet for us in this one. Leeds United win 2-0 against Wolves. And what a performance as well. This was a convincing win from us. We were solid defensively throughout, courtesy of Ben White and Juan Foyth. And going forwards, we were brilliant as well, especially after we moved Brooks into midfield and, of course, Helder Costa out wide. So very impressed all round with how we played. So with that win over Wolves, we've established a 3-point gap between us and them, which is nice to see. Our next game is against 14th place Aston Villa, where you'll expect us to win. But it's going to be a bit tricky because look at this. It's the winter period where we've got game after game. No winter break in England, of course, at least on FIFA. So against Villa, we might have to use our second team because we've got Spurs a couple of days later. So it's going to be a bit tricky here. It is going to be a bit tricky. Gonna simulate this one with the second team. And honestly, I'm not hoping for anything from this game. Second team, Villa. Let's just see what happens. And as expected, we got absolutely clapped here, 4-1. Fair enough, Aston Villa, they've taken away 3 points from us, but at least now our first team should be somewhat fit for that Spurs game. But with that game against Aston Villa out of the way, we're basically at the halfway point of the Premier League season, 19 games played, and for us to be in the top half of the table surely has to be an achievement, because let's be real, I wasn't expecting the team, you guys weren't expecting the team to do so well, but we've proven a lot of doubters wrong, and let's hope we can keep doing that. Next up is Spurs, 7th in the league. Getting a win here to bounce back from that Villa defeat will be nice. Now we do have a few fitness problems like, Juan Foyth and Liam Cooper not being fully fit, but we're just going to have to run with it. It's Leeds United versus Spurs. We're up against Jose Mourinho's Spurs team, and it's going to be a challenge. His teams are never easy to face. Augustin is now back in top form, and let's hope he can carry us in this one. We've got Pablo starting in cam. Brooks is well on the pitch. Let's go out there and get the result. By the way, this is the last game before we're in the January transfer window, so I'm really eager to get this one out of the way, preferably with a win. And that is the Spurs team we're facing. Kane, Ali, Son. Of course, they've got so many good players in there, but their defense is a bit shaky, playing Pijek at centre-back. Maybe they're even trying to, manage their fitness levels, so might be a more interesting encounter than you guys think, so let's see how this goes. You guys know our record against the usual top 6 in England is actually fantastic. The only team we've lost to is, of course, Arsenal. We drew against United. Apart from that, it was wins against City, wins against, of course, Liverpool as well, so I'm hoping for more of the same here against Spurs, but we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go now. Look at this space Click has got here. Running into. Still Click. Brings it inside. That's good play from him. Releases this one for Pablo Hernandez. Oh, come on. That might just have been one of the best defensive challenges I've seen. I was ready to scream penalty, but had a good look on that one. He got a bit of the ball, so fair play. Pablo was through, and he probably would have scored if he got the chance to shoot there. That's painful. Calvin Phillips controls it well. Looks now for Pablo. He's got a bit of space to maybe just go for goal here. Augustin gets the rebound. That is once again phenomenal defending from Spurs. Sissoko helps get it away, but Pablo put a lot of power behind that one, and we did get a bit lucky, but not lucky enough, I guess. Heung-min Son down the wings. Oh, that's a brilliant fake shot there. Completely did me. And now it's still Son. Receives the ball back for... Oh, it's a nutmeg from Son. It's absolutely brilliant from Spurs. And I'm so glad Casilla managed to save that one, because it was brilliant football. It was honestly brilliant. I mean, that nutmeg Heung-min Son just did, it was outrageous. Space here for Spurs, but that is good play from Ben White, stopping Son in his mark. Again, Ben White is such a good centre-back. Honestly, defensively, I don't think we've struggled as much as you'd expect us to this season. And that's because of players like Ben White, Juan Foyth, Liam Cooper, even the likes of Alioski. So, very impressed with our defending this season. Half-time against Spurs, and I'm not going to lie, pretty comfortable at the back. Spurs have not posed much of a threat, apart from that one moment of magic from Son to create that chance. But I'm comfy in this situation. Let's just keep it going. I'll take a draw. Okay, we're making quite a few changes at halftime, tactical as well as because of fitness. So first of all, the classic swap of bringing Brooks to midfield and Costa out on the right. Dallas comes in for Liam Cooper because his stamina was too low. I don't want to risk an injury. And the same for Foyt. So Eiling comes on as well. That's how we're lining up for the second half. Oh, Harry Kane has completely done me then. Come on. How did the second challenge just fall to him? Like, I think I put a perfect challenge in from Alioski and I won the ball, but it just fell back to his path and I don't get it why. Let's take a look at this again. So Kane broke through pretty well there. I put the challenge in with Alioski and the rebound just fell to him. That is just bullshit, man. Conceding these kind of goals is what gets me furious because this was not my fault. This was not Alioski's fault. It was just FIFA being FIFA. What else can I say? Spurs take the lead, undeservedly in my opinion. And oh, look at the space here for Helder Costa. He's got the space and pace to exploit that. Here goes Helder. Looks for a challenge. The challenge never comes, but the cutback was so bad. Poor decision making from me and Helder for that matter. He could have executed that pass a bit better and we really struggled in that attack. That is a chance wasted, a big one as well. Full time against Spurs, and honestly I would have loved to get a result here, but Spurs got lucky, I feel. They scored a lucky goal. We had chances, we couldn't convert them. Fair enough, Jose Mourinho, you've got this one over us. It's funny how the only two teams we've lost to in terms of like the top 6 teams are North London clubs, in Arsenal and Spurs, but fair enough. That's another defeat for us. The transfer window is finally open. We're in the month of January and we can start doing business. We can start making transfers. But of course, we first need to, sell a few of our players and we've got to wait until offers do arrive. So let's hope offers start coming in. For now, we've just got to be patient and wait, and then we can move in on players. Of course, Edinson Cavani is a big part of the agenda, but maybe David Silva should be too. He's available on a pre-contract, similar to Pablo Hernandez in a lot of aspects, being Spanish, similar position. He could be brilliant for us in that camp spot. Let me know your thoughts on pulling off a transfer like this. Of course, keep in mind, when you're doing pre-contract signings, most likely you're only going to get yourselves older players because that's just how things work. But yeah, David Silva would be an unbelievable player to have, a lot of quality. Of course, I accidentally pressed the A button on Silva when I was looking at him, and because of that we had to end negotiations. So we'll have to wait 2 weeks anyways to negotiate with Silva, so we'll think about it later. But definitely on the agenda, Cavani and Silva could be 2 unbelievable pre-contract signings. Let me know if you guys have any more suggestions in the comment section. No offers come in yet for any of the players we're looking to sell, so we still gotta wait. And until then, why not get through another Premier League game as we take on Crystal Palace, 15th in the league. Let's get back to winning ways now. We've lost 2 games on the trot, but it might be a bit more tricky than expected because look at the stamina levels on our players. This is just horrendous. It's the winter period, man. It forces players to, just do way too much, and it's going to be problematic. Of course, I'll use my second team against Ipswich to, get my first team back on full fitness, but it's going to be difficult getting through this game against Palace. I'm forced to make a lot of changes for this one against Palace at Ellen Road. Nketiah comes in, Harrison comes in, Roberts as well. We've got Dallas starting. I'm still starting a lot of the key players like Foyt, Ben White, Brooks and all. We've got Augustine available on the bench if needed, but I had to switch things up because of fitness issues. Let's hope it won't cost us here. I want to beat Crystal Palace. Van Aanholt on the ball here. Ben White does well as we get it away with Roberts, and maybe something here to start with. Calvin Phillips looks for Harrison. It's a beautiful ball, and here goes Harrison. Big chance for him to do something. Releases this one for Brooks, goes for goal, and he's bottled it. David Brooks, come on, from that position, you've got to be hitting the target. I wasn't confident enough with Harrison to go for goal. In fact, I don't even remember what foot he's got. Let's see if he's left-footed or right-footed, because I don't want to mess it up again if we've got a chance. He is left-footed, I'll keep that in mind, but Brooks needs to be scoring that. Oh no, Maximilian Mayer has broken through our defense. He's gotten past me there. He's going to score that. Fair enough. Crystal Palace make it 1-0 against Leeds. It's just so difficult playing against strikers with full stamina, and when your backline midfielders have got no stamina whatsoever, it is just so difficult to manage. Just goes to show how important squad depth is, and next season that's something we're going to work on because, yeah, it's costing us games right now. Here we go now with Roberts. Good play to find Nketiah. He's got to release this one for Harrison as well. This could lead to something. Still Harrison brings it inside on his weaker right foot. Come on! The lack of quality with Harrison is just so apparent. On his right foot, he can't score from there. Like, what? That's awful from him. Okay, now for this second half, I'm going to do something absurd because we've got stamina issues. The 4-1-4-1 is just not working against Palace. Why not switch to a 2-striker formation and see how things work? So Augustine and Ketty are playing together up top. We've got Brooks in a cam role. This might suit him perfectly. We've got, of course, Eiling coming on as a fullback. Harrison playing in midfield. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see though. In fact, do I bring on Pablo Hernandez for him? Maybe I should. You know what? We'll keep Harrison on for now. We'll see if things are needed to be changed. And that's how we're going to run for this remainder of this game. Let's see if this formation works. Looks for Augustine. I see Brooks in space again. This is brilliant from us. This is exactly what we needed with the new formation. Brooks scores for goal and he scores. Let's go. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow coming up clutch for us. We needed to do something different against Palace. We did so. And there you go. There's the result. Brooks enjoying in this new camp position where he's the playmaker for the team. He's now scored 1-1 and I'm honestly confident we can turn things around and get the win here. Augustine being provider for once. Grabs an assist for this. Let's go, guys. We've made it 1-1. Looks for Brooks now. We could be onto something here. Still Brooks. Simple cutback for Roberts. Has to be a goal, and it is, and we've turned things around. This 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation could prove to be something special. We might have to use it more often because we've completely shredded the Palace defense here. Unbelievable scenes. Brooks with another assist. Maybe this is what Brooks needed, playing in a central position. We've now made it 2-1 and we've completely turned things around. The give and go between Roberts and Brooks here was just special. Good finish as well from Roberts, and now we're in pole position to get all 3 points here against Palace. Let's get it done. Full time against Palace, and I'm genuinely proud of this team because stamina levels super low. Palace had full stamina on pretty much all of their players, but we somehow fought for the 90 minutes. Second half, made tactical adjustments, and we got through with a 2-1 win. I'm so proud of this team. Come on, boys. We've done it. We've beaten them 2-1 here. Big 3 points. And also, this has now opened up the possibility for us to use a 2-striker formation because it works. It really works. Okay, a bit of good news. Release clause paid for Life Davis. Now, I'll be honest, I don't even know who he is because I don't think we've used him at all this season. But if his release clause has been paid, that might be good for us because let's see how much he was on wages. We're going to free up a good amount of money, I guess. That's good. Okay, we get an additional 1 million for him. Hopefully that deal goes through. Could help us with 3 contracts. Another month and our scout has disappointed us once again with no good talents. But the one good player he's brought in is Willem Buckley Ricketts. 70 to 94 potential. I'm positive he could be a good player because his potential hasn't dropped and we've been scouting him for a few months now, so that's good. He's only 14, so it'll take him like a couple of seasons to become a first team player, but I'm happy with him being in our academy for now. Now, in this episode, won't be possible to sign Cavani or even David Silva because we don't have the funds and signings or player sales are yet to go through. We still need to sell Patrick Bamford. We're working towards that. Hopefully, we'll get that done in the next episode, but at least bringing in one of them has to be one of my priorities and I'm hoping we can get it done. So we end off the episode being 9th in the Premier League, which is an upgrade over the 10th position we were at the start of the episode. Transfer window has opened, so of course, next episode, once again, all the focus is going to be on transfers. I'm just hoping we can sort out like even one pre-contract signing. That'll be big for us. Not gonna lie, this has been a pretty good episode for our season objectives as David Brooks was superb in this one, grabbed a few assists and was genuinely brilliant. So there you go, we're making progress with our objectives. We need that additional cash from these objectives. Player of the episode discussion, honestly David Brooks has to be up there, probably along with Augustine once again because he was superb in this episode. But Brooks, man, he was on and off in this episode, but in the games where he was on, playing through midfield, unbelievable, unplayable at times, and that's why those two are nominees. With that, we're wrapping up another episode of the Leeds United Career Mode series. Every episode from now is going to be intense with a lot of transfer business. I cannot wait for the next episode, but if you guys are enjoying the series, drop a like in the video, subscribe if you're new around here, and well, I'll catch you all next time.